guys, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about my insecurities, health problems, mental problems, and I am shaking just thinking about filming this video. But I recently decided to collect some of my hate comments for like a reacting to hate comments video, and decided I read them and they're usually tagging on to my own insecurities that I don't really talk about. So I figured today I would put everything out there for you on the internet, and we can talk about things that I'm insecure about, things I know is wrong with me, so that way people can't use it against me in the future. And if they leave a comment later on, at least I can say, hey, I already knew it, you jerk face. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, before we get started, I do put a bit every single freaking day. On most of the days, we have makeup and beauty stuff, and then on Wednesdays, we do something weird. It's usually a true crime video, but this Weirdo Wednesday, which is on the 4th of July, happy 4th of July everybody, is a little bit different. It's gonna be something more personal. I just really think that there's a lot of power in admitting things that are wrong with you and saying things that you know you have an issue with yourself, instead of letting people feed onto your insecurities. Because I feel like if you put it out there and they know where insecurities are, at least they're not reaching, at least you're I already know. So that's what I'm gonna get at today. Also, if you guys have any insecurities, I feel like this is gonna be a really good video for that. If you guys have any of the same insecurities that I do about myself, I feel like maybe hearing that I'm insecure about it as well will make you feel less alone with what you're struggling with. And that's really why I wanted to film this video. I feel like when I make very personal videos, it is kind of like a release for me, because I get to say it out loud, things I never say to myself, and as well as you guys get to hear things that maybe you thought you were alone with struggling with. And I'm already getting emotional filming this video. Why is that? That doesn't make sense. Okay, let's get started. This is 1000% not supposed to be an emotional video, but for some reason I'm anxious filming this video. I don't know. I mean, I know everything about myself already, so I don't know why, but let's just get started. First of all, I do have depression and anxiety. Let's start off with that because it's very obvious. I don't think I'm anxious for no reason, even though other people think that I am. I can see one small issue and magnetize it to the fullest. Someone can be in front of me while I'm driving and not immediately hit the gas super fast when they hit a stoplight, and I will start shaking out of anger. I don't know what it is. I could, yesterday, let's take an example. I filmed 3 videos like normal. Sometimes I sample the video and make sure everything was good with it, on my phone before I import it to my computer and everything. I just keep filming, look at it a little bit, and everything seemed fine. And then yesterday I filmed 3 videos, and when I went to go edit them after 6 hours of filming, they were all butchered. The audio would be fine for a second, then I would sound like I'm underwater, and I couldn't use any of the videos. And that just made me spiral last night. I was so depressed. I was I know I'm only a day behind. I wanted to pre-film everything. It's not that big of a deal. I can redo everything. But for some reason, that made me so freaking depressed. I slept for 9 hours last night. Usually I only sleep for 3. I slept from 2 to 5, and then I got up and went and got Daniel breakfast and stuff because I just couldn't lay in bed anymore, and then I slept a little bit more after that. But I slept for a really long time, just a couple hours at a time. I usually have really bad insomnia. I cannot sleep. I take sleeping medication every night. I cannot do it without it. I usually go to bed around 2 o'clock in the morning, get up at 10, which is still 8 hours and stuff. But I cannot, if I go to bed at 2, I cannot fall asleep until 5 if I don't take some sort of sleeping medication. It's really bad. I try to take natural things. I only take things that doctors recommend. But again, really bad insomnia, and for no reason. I cannot sleep on my own without a medication. The other day, on the weekend, I had Daniel stay with me until 6 a.m. to watch an anime we were watching. I still couldn't sleep without medication, even though I'd stayed up for almost 24 hours. It's terrible. That's another thing that I really don't like about myself. So another thing that I get in the comments a lot that I'm personally I've dealt with it forever, I'm fine with, but I don't like getting comments on a lot, is my skin condition. I do have a skin condition. It was terrible when I was younger. It was kind of okay and manageable when I was a teenager, but as I've been an adult, it's really just flared up again, and it's been horrible. I So a lot of people like ask me and leave me comments like, are you being abused and stuff, because they see like stuff like this on my shoulder and stuff, and it's like all over my body. Like I have stuff like that everywhere, especially on my legs and stuff, but it's just a scar. Like there's nothing, it's just a scar. People like, why does she have fingerprint marks? Is she okay? Is she being abused? Do we need to call somebody for her? Like, it's just a scar. I can't do anything about it. People have told me, if you're gonna be self-abusive, you need to cover it up. I'm like, I can't do anything about it. I'm not gonna cover myself up because I have scars. Another thing is, with my skin condition, I can't go in the rain. If I get stuck in the rain like everyone does, my skin gets irritated by it, especially like on the centers of my arms and on the back of my knees. I also like am allergic to different materials. I find that when I was younger, we didn't change, like we washed the bed sheets and everything, but we didn't change the sheets on my bed very often, so I never really figured this out. But as an adult who likes changing her bedroom a lot, I am terrified, have a complete mental breakdown when I have to go buy sheets. And I fully know going into buying sheets that if I lay on a certain material, like I will not buy a pair of sheets and just put it on the bed. I have to wash them first just to make sure any chemicals are on them will get them off of it. But I will have a mental breakdown shopping for sheets because I know that my skin will flare up. I will be a red, burning, not being able to breathe, hivey mess all over my body, especially the lower part of my body and my arms, if I sleep on a certain material. I don't know what it is. I never had this issue as a kid, but now if I buy certain sheets, it will be a scratchy, burny, itchy, hivey mess all over my body. And sleeping on the new materials for the first time is so scary. Sleeping in a hotel room is terrifying. If I cry, it swells my face like everyone else, but if it runs down my chest and onto my arms or anything, I will be broken out to the point of, like, it's eczema where you can scratch it and, like, you might get pus or something. It's, like, terrible, terrible, terrible. With the skin condition, I scar very easily. If I go outside in the summertime and I get bitten by a lot of mosquitoes, I will probably end up with a scar on my legs. I will probably end up with a scar on my feet. I will probably end up with a scar on my forehead if I have a really bad pimple. Like, I have a couple acne scars. They're just from, like, average acne that happens on my face, and it was never a big deal when it was actually there, but it left a scar. Like, I scar very easily. That's a whole new reason why I want to get more tattoos, especially on my arms, because they have a lot of discoloration, and some of them have scars on them and stuff, so I just want to cover that with ink instead. So that's my skin condition. With a skin condition too, also sweat. Like, I want to go work out, but when I sweat, my arms and stuff break out so bad, and it's just really, like, it's a very, very strange thing to deal with because you need to work out to kind of lose weight, but also when you go outside and you sweat a lot, your skin breaks out and it looks like crap. So it's like really a weird thing. And I know a lot of other guys, like a lot of other you have told me that you have skin problems too when I've mentioned this in previous videos, so that's that. Here's the one that I get so many comments about, and I don't want to talk about. Oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about this. Okay, so I do a lot of hair videos. You guys know I always have cool, fun, colorful hair, but I get so many comments, like evil comments about my hairline. They ask me if I have like alopecia and all kinds of diseases on my head, and I don't, but that's because my hairline, like this side is not, like it goes back, right? That's this side, but this is the good side. Most of my hair is on this side, so you never really see this side of my head unless I pull my hair back, and my hairline's all the way back here. But this side, I don't have much hair right here. I never have in my entire life. And then when I pull this piece back, or it flips over, like you can see the top of my scalp. Like, this is my hairline. It's been this way my entire life, so don't blame it on dyeing my hair or anything. I had box bangs across my face until I was like 16, so never really exposing it, but that's my natural hairline. And I hate that I just showed that on camera because I feel exposed, and I always have to keep something flipped down here. For some reason, this piece always is separate, but that's my natural hairline. People leave me tons of hate comments and ask me if I have all kinds of diseases all the time about it. Or say your edges are, but I have a really bad natural hairline. Some other small things that I deal with is I have really terrible eyesight. It's like -350 in one eye, -250 in the other. I can't really see out of my left eye without a contact. It's sometimes if it's kind of slightly dark outside, I can't see out of it at all. Eyesight's terrible. I have terrible teeth problems. My teeth are uber sensitive. I can't really eat candy anymore. It's just super sensitive to like super sweet things. It probably is a cavity or something. My bottom teeth are uber crooked. My wisdom teeth grew in. I couldn't afford to get them out, and it pushed my teeth together in the front, and they look like crap now, and they're very sensitive, and I know it, and I wake up every morning and run my finger across my teeth to make sure they're still there. Like, it's a weird phobia I have of losing teeth. I've always done it. Never told anybody that I do it, but I've always just run my finger across my teeth in the morning because I'm always scared of something happening to them. They're not like gonna fall out of my head. They're not bad. There's nothing wrong with them. Like, they're sturdy teeth, but I just really scared of losing teeth. I also have a phobia of one specific animal. Is it really called an animal? I don't know. I have a phobia of one living thing. There was something in our house a couple weeks ago that my ex-boyfriend Daniel, I asked to get rid of it, and it wasn't what I thought it was. Like, I knew it wasn't the thing that I'm scared of, but it reminded me of it, and I had a breakdown. I had a complete mental breakdown at 1 o'clock in the morning, screaming and crying my head off. I wanted to scream. It was internal, but I just cried and cried, and it was so irrational because I knew it wasn't what I thought it was. But for even just seeing a picture of this thing, I will break down. It's an irrational fear. I know it's probably not going to kill me. I know that. But even like going outside and the possibility of possibly, like I never have, I don't think, like in the past few years. But seeing this thing, I will lose it and want to die. Like, it's so bad. And people think, oh, don't be such a baby. And then they you see prank videos of someone putting their phobia on somebody, like as a prank. It's not funny. It's not funny. So please don't ever take advantage of someone's phobia. I don't care who it is in your life. I don't care if you hate this person. That's not something you do to somebody, so please don't. Next up, I don't have any family. I live with my ex-boyfriend Daniel, as you guys know, and other than him, I have nobody. And that's completely fine. Like, I don't really care that much, but it's really weird on holidays and stuff when people are like leaving me comments like, hey, what are you doing? Or like, what are you doing for this holiday? Like, oh my god, what are your plans? Like, nothing. It's just kind of strange. Like, I kind of enjoy not having to have obligations to go see family or anything, but it's just a very weird situation. It feels, I mean, I'm kind of okay with it to a point, but it also feels like strange that my ex-boyfriend is the only one who gives a shit about me. I know you guys are gonna leave me comments like, yeah, we care about you too, but like, it's not this. I mean, I really appreciate it. It's not the same, but I love having you guys. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I feel like Daniel's aunt that I've met maybe 4 times is better to me than other people that I've known my entire life. So, this is not what I wanted to do today. I have more videos to film. Okay, so let's get back to like the stuff people leave me comments about, other than like my own problems. My fat face, my fat body in general. I have gained so much weight. I've probably gained 40 pounds in the last 2 years. Just because I used to have to walk to work every day, and I was very skinny because we didn't have a car. I couldn't afford to go get something to eat. I couldn't afford to even buy ramen. I had to walk to work every day, and I lost a lot of weight doing that, and I was already really skinny. But once that stopped and I had a car and I could actually afford everything I really wanted to eat and everything, I just took advantage of that and became fat and lazy. And I've been trying to work on that, but I am very insecure about it. People leave me comments all the time about my face, like being fat and stuff, and like, I know, but like, I can't do anything about it. Like, even if I lost weight, it wouldn't come from my face automatically, so I can't do anything about it. Also, people leave me comments. Like, I think they're trying to be helpful, though, sometimes. Then they're like, if you put on a push-up bra and were less conservative, then you'd have a lot more subscribers and followers. I'm like, well, that's probably true, to be honest. All these beauty gurus who are, like, big and enormous and stuff always show off, like, bikini shots and have big boobs and stuff, and I have literally nothing. Even if I put a push-up bra on, you're just gonna see a bra. You're not gonna see any cleavage. I don't have any. And I can't afford to get them done either. Like, people tell me, you're just too conservative. You need to be more, like, sexy. Be more like a Kardashian. That's what everyone else does to get successful. I'm like, I'm not that. I don't have any boobs. My butt is a saggy mess. And I don't have that body to offer. I don't have that kind of face to offer. I have this and no boobs, and I've had boyfriends call me a bored before. I just don't have any cleavage. I don't have the body for an Instagram model. I don't. And that's okay. I'm kind of accepting of it. I really wish I had big boobs. I think that'd be super cool and fun. But I don't have it. So don't leave me messages saying you're conservative, because I'm really not. I just don't have the body for it, you know? Okay, so next up in the medical thing, I have bad carpal tunnel. I noticed it when I was in high school, about sophomore year, and have had it bad ever since. I even wore a wristband thing for a while. I can't, like, if I go to sleep, I have to make sure my hand isn't folded. I can't fold my hand or hold on to things for a long period of time in my left hand. I can't write more than a couple of sentences in my right hand without it being bothered. I can't type for too long. It's just something in between here. I know it started because I was dating this guy in high school, and I wrote him like 3 letters a day while he was in basic training for the army, and I know that's where it started. That's wherever it first started. But ever since then, I've just had very bad damage in this hand, and I can't hold on to things for a long period of time in my left hand, and I'm left-handed. So, next up is one that I recently discovered, and that is I'm allergic to raw peaches. Like, I've never known this before. Never had an issue before in my life. I've had peach flavored everything forever. I've had like peaches in like peaches and syrup and like those little fruit cups and stuff. I've had peaches before, but raw peaches, like cutting open a peach and eating it, makes my mouth really inflamed and irritated. It's just, I can't eat raw peaches. It's very strange. Not really that big of a deal. Like, artificial peach flavor is completely fine, but I can't eat raw peaches. And I don't know why that is. I've never had the issue before, but I've tried it 3 times now, and every single time my gums and inner lips and stuff will just be inflamed and like hate it. I can't eat real peaches. It's very strange. Next thing is, it's taken me a long time to discover this, and it's very strange. And I don't know of anyone else who's ever had this issue. So this story starts out when I was in high school. When I was like a sophomore, I went over to a friend's house who lived across the street, and we were baking cookies, and I ended up passing out. I was just in the kitchen, we were talking or whatever, baking cookies, and I passed out. I had to have my mom come get me from there. She asked me if I was doing drugs and stuff. Like, no. They thought it was because I hadn't eaten. I'd eaten some candy that day, but I hadn't really eaten much that day, but it was still early in the morning, so they assumed that's why I passed out, and I did too. I was like, hey, maybe that's it. And then I was in cooking class one day in high school, and I thought I was going to pass out. Like, I started blacking out. I was drifting. I could not stand up. I thought I was passing out, and we were in cooking class, and I was just like, I just ate lunch. I don't know what it is, and I could never figure it out. I was like freaking out, blacking out in class, and I couldn't figure it out why. And then as an adult who's been living on like her own, I finally figured out that I have a huge, I don't know if you want to call it an allergy or what, to canola spam cooking spray. Like the spray you put down on pans to make it not stick. I cannot be around it. I can't cook with that, I have to use like a butter or margarine or something. I can't be around the non-stick sprays because it'll make me black out and pass out. I don't know what it is. It'll make me nauseous, and then I will just start blacking out and my head will spin, and it's just like I can't be around the spray, cooking spray. It's completely strange. Daniel thinks I'm over dramatic when I'm like, can you put these cookies in the oven? I can't be around it. Something about something in the spray, I will just black out, pass out on the floor. I've passed out probably 3 times. Just like, I don't know how I didn't hit my head on the kitchen floor. Blackout from cooking spray, and even being around it, I can feel myself going out. So I can't buy cooking spray. I can't use anything that has non-stick spray. I can't use non-stick like wax paper. I have to use regular wax paper with nothing on it. I black out from canola cooking spray and Spam cooking spray, whatever. It's the most bizarre thing. I don't know if you call it an allergy or just a really bad reaction to it, but I can't be around cooking spray. Next up is something very personal that I don't like talking about ever to anyone ever, but this is a very personal video, and that is when I get my period. It can be like 2 weeks late, and it'll make me pass out as well. It will drain me so bad that I'll be the palest thing you've ever seen. All you will see in my face is like blue veins, and I will curl up in a ball and want to just fade away, I guess. I don't know. I know other people have really bad cramps too. I'm not taking that away from anybody, but for some reason, I think mine go too far in the realm of it's dangerous. The only solution I've ever found to like help them is liquid Advil gels and a lot of sugar. Like, because my teeth are sensitive, I can't really eat candy as much anymore. I'll eat it sometimes, but like it can't be something that gets stuck in my teeth. But sugar, like sugar, caffeine, not caffeine, sugar, and liquid Advil gels. Has to be Advil, can't be knockoff brand, has to be the liquid ones, has to be a lot of them. Probably too many sometimes, but for some reason I have blackout bad cramps, and it goes on for at least 12 hours. It's not like take some liquid gels to be over in 2 hours kind of thing. It's like you already can't sleep because you have insomnia. This is coming down in the middle of the night to you, and you are going to have 2 days where you can't do anything, and it really sucks. And it was really hard when I was working like a really like a full-time job, and I would have to walk to work. It was very, very hard on me, and I couldn't make it into work sometimes because of that, and it was it was terrible. I feel like I got a lot off my chest now. I mean, I've talked about having a skin problem and anxiety and depression on my channel before. I've talked about not having a family before, and a lot of this I think might be my own insecurities. I know the hairline is something that gets to me so bad. Even if I just have my hair like this and you can see like this, people are like, oh, why are you so bald? I'm just like, wait till you saw the wave up there. It's so bad. So bad. And my hair is so paper thin. It's always been paper thin. This is actually me fluffing it up. I just washed it and blow dried it and then kind of teased it a little bit at the ends to make it look kind of fluffier for this video. People tell me all the time, your hair is always so greasy and stuff. I can't actually wash my hair. I wash my hair every 2 days, and I can't wash it that much because if I did, I would have no hair color left. And my scalp is extremely sensitive, so screw you people who were just rude to me for no reason. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I feel like it was very ranty. I'm glad it didn't get emotional, except for that one part, but anyways, let me know something down below that you're insecure about. Again, this is just some kind of random little video on the internet you're watching, so if you leave it down below, you know, you're kind of anonymous at that point. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Remember, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. It matters what you care about yourself. I'm never going to stop dyeing my hair because I got a bad hairline. I'm never going to stop eating what I want to eat because people say I have a fat face. I'm never going to, like, cover myself and be, like, covered up because I have scars. I'm not going to. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.